This right here is the Chinese calendar, and it works off of 12-year cycles. Very interesting, using the number 12, just like the biblical idea of the number 12, 12 disciples, 12 tribes, 12 constellations, 12 hours in a day. The 12th letter in the alphabet is L. L means God. And I am a guy of patterns, so when we look at the pattern of the snake and the dragon, this gets very interesting. But first, the snake here. So it shows you every year that lands on the year of the snake. And we have 2025 right there at the end. That's the year of the Antichrist. 20 times 25 is 500. 500 in the Strong's Concordance is Antichrist in the Greek. But if we go back two times, it goes to 2001. That is the year of 9/11. And that was the year of the snake. And it's very interesting to me because who were they interviewing right when 9/11 happened?
And getting information to you as fast as we possibly can and making sure that it's accurate at the same time. So
Donald Trump is on the line. I mean, we know him as the man behind lots of real estate in Manhattan. And of course, Donald, I understand you were actually a witness to what happened this morning.
Well, I have a window that looks directly at the World Trade Center, and I saw this huge explosion. I was with a group of people, and I really couldn't even believe it. And even, I think, worse than that, for years I've looked right directly at the building. I'd see the Empire State Building in the foreground and the World Trade Center in the background, and now I'm looking at absolutely nothing. It's just gone, and it's just hard to believe.
Donald, Alan Marcus here. Your building is, the Trump Tower, is one of the great tourist attractions in the world. It's well known universally. Are you taking any precautions there in light of what happened at the World Trade Center?
Well, Alan, we've always had, as you know, very, very strong security, but there's very little you can do about planes crashing into a building. I mean, you look at Larry Silverstein, who's a terrific owner in New York and a very good friend of mine who I just called. I was very worried about him because I assumed maybe he was in the building. He took possession of the building 1 week ago. As you know, he just bought the World Trade Center.
Right.
And he was in his office, and he was getting ready to move into the World Trade Center over the next 2 weeks. So when I just spoke to him, there's nothing you can do when people are going to be bombing planes at your building.
So we see the connection there with Trump and the year of the snake rolling on the years that he's around. He's right in the forefront. 2025, that would be the year that he would be inaugurated in if he comes back, which he is. And another interesting thing, we'll look at the year of the dragon next to the snake, and it lands on 2012. 2012, we all know about the Mayan calendar that runs out or is supposed to run out on 2012. And they even made a movie and probably multiple movies about how on 2012 destruction will happen. Well, if you do the long count on the 2012 calendar, I believe it's 10 years after or 12 years after that it actually runs out. So, as you can see right there, the year of the dragon next is 2024. So we have the year of the dragon next year and the year of the snake the year after that, which is the year of the Antichrist. And we know the dragon plays a big part in the Bible. Revelation chapter 12, the dragon was ready to devour the man-child. And then right after the snake in 2025, we have the year of the horse. And wouldn't you know it, that matches up with Revelation chapter 6. All of the horses and the seals. I'll tell you what, these 2 years right here, I'd say that this is, the time right before the rapture. Some think the rapture is going to happen this year. I'm not too much of a fan of that. But we will see how it turns out. And I know that we are going into the year of the dragon. And I know what the dragon means in the Bible. And we're going into the year of the snake. And I know what the snake means in the Bible. The serpent in the garden. And the dragon. So very clear there. These next 2 years. If the rapture doesn't happen this year. Which I don't believe it is going to be. But if it does or doesn't, this is where we're headed. And I just showed you who I believe the snake is.
Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.